at that point, why didn't you sign to No Limit as opposed to Priority?
Just kind of how things evolved with me, Vlad. I had a chance to go sit with P, on a couple occasions, and once I found out the headquarters was in Baton Rouge, did a little work over there. Actually, the last 3 songs that was added to that album, we took like 3 or 4 songs off my original Balls in My Word, just to coincide with No Limit. So that was kind of there, but me and Pete never really had that conversation directly. You know what I mean? It was in my face. He introduced me to a whole lot of things, and before I knew it, I still was working a day job, Vlad. So shouts out to my manager, John Capaldi, man, concentration camp, C-Loc Records, and the Corleone fam, called me one day at work. And while they was working that deal, I still was waking up and, like I say, working a day job and a night job and everything on the in between. So that's how it was given to me, you know what I mean? More in the effort of Priority signing me than P, you know what I'm saying? And P got me my deal. I always give him that credit for that, but that's how that took place in that fast tone,
All right, because I'll be honest, like all these years, like I was literally today years old when I realized that was not a No Limit album.
Right. The world's still figuring that out right now, Vlad. Yeah.
Right, because when you look at it, number one, the cover looks like a No Limit album cover.
Right. Pen and Pixel, man. Shouts out to Pen and Pixel back in the gap.
Right. Pen and Pixel was like a go-to for Master P. So you had these over-the-top, big blingy kind of, giant lions and jewelry and everything else like that.
Yes, sir.
And the album had Master P art. I mean, it had No Limit artists all over it. Master P's on it. Mystical's on it. Fiend is on it.
Yeah.
So I never really looked closely at the back of it because I just assumed, this is a No Limit project.
Yeah, with the tank and all, absolutely. Yes,
exactly.
Sir.
But it wasn't. This was straight through Priority.
Straight through Priority. Priority, C-Loc, and No Limit at the time. Those combined efforts, yeah.
Got it. And from what I understand, it was a 6-figure deal.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Okay. How did it feel to get that first check?
At 22 years old, you cashing a check for over $100,000, whole nother world, man. And baby Baton Rouge, whole nother world, man. So yeah, dream come true, more or less, yeah.
Okay, what was the first thing you bought with the money?
I did the reasonable thing. I got a house, Vlad, you know what I mean? Maybe a couple of little vehicles, you know what I mean? I was the type of guy that monetized thing. I didn't run out and just blow all my money. I believe in get some grass under your ass, you know what I'm saying? Some foundation, so I did the first thing, man. Got a crib, you know what I mean? And then put my family up, had wife and kids at the time, that young, married, all that in the same year. My deal, new baby, you know what I mean? Marriage and all that, so I did the right, the family thing, situated my family and took off from there, yeah. So that was the first thing I did.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Sir.
A lot of people spend it on jewelry, on their friends, partying,
sir.
And then next thing you know, they're broke again.
Yes, sir. My situation was a crucial one, man. I had a police situation that happened down there, and we was mentioning some of the worst stuff that I saw and encountered myself. So I actually was stomped bloody by the police, man, within that same year. And I fought a trial out there that just went undisclosed. We kept out the tabloids. So yeah, they threatened my life a few different times, and I'll tell you a million stories. But I was in jail actually getting that house. So I sent wifey with the money and all that, and by the time I come home, I did like a week in jail. And when I come home, that's what I came home to. So yeah, it was real intense. It wasn't no time for play. So I kept it serious, man, yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, what were you charged with at that time?
What did they charge me with that? I forget what they called that charge, man, because they really pulled me over, followed me on some funny shit, and he used to always follow me. My pops had like a 65 drop-top Cadillac, a 84 Corvette, and I was privileged to, be able to get those cars young, so it was unusual riding through the city, and I looked like a kid in the car, so I always get harassed like that. But when it came down to it, man, I don't know if it was resisting arrest or something crazy, and it's nothing that I did at all, you know what I mean? True Ice Cube statement, black police held me down for the white cop, and you know what I mean? And just broad daylight in front of a church, in front of the wifey and all that type of thing. She pregnant, you know what I mean? That type of situation. So in the end, I really didn't do nothing at all. And I ended up getting 6 months in jail. That the lawyer I had, he retired after my case. And he said, you like every other black man in Louisiana, your word against theirs, the way the system is set up. And the best he could do for me was get it reduced to 15 days. We were still doing 2 for 1 at a time, so I did a week in the parish. But I shouldn't have been there at all, you know what I mean? That part.